Father, we thank you for helping us. Thank you for being our help, Ebenezer. Father, you said you would build your church, and that the gates of hell will not prevail against it. You are also the Lord of the harvest. Thank you because the fields are white in the world, and you are sending your laborers. Thank you for sending laborers to 412 student ministry. Thank you for not making this ministry dependent on any person, Lord God, but being you yourself, the chief cornerstone on which everything is built on. I ask that you give us wisdom. I ask that you give us insight and also correction and reproof and things that we're getting ready to do that are not acceptable to you, things that look good in our eyes but may not necessarily be what you want. We ask that you would keep us open, keep us humble, give us the right direction with this. Lord, you know our hearts. It's all for the young ones. It's all for your glory. Help us in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. So now we're going to look at our how-tos. And I want to zoom past it so we can get into some of the other stuff, and this can become more of a collaborative meeting and we can get out of here. It's already 2:03. I'm going to try to zoom as fast as I can, honestly. So next week will be our last meeting, and the only goal by next week is that we've established how to meet with one another, how to coordinate, how to delegate meetings like this on a weekly, monthly, however many, however often basis, just to make sure that all perspectives are given a chance to give ideas, that everything that is going to be done has somewhat of a chance to be seen by all eyes, just in case there's anything that needs to be tweaked, or you know what I mean. You never count anything out, and anyone can see something. That's why I think that this idea of a team is 1,000 times better, to be honest. I lost control of that.
Go on.
So, who was able to look at this so far? Have we been able to take a look at the curriculum?
Yeah, I looked at it. I did too.
Yeah, so from the
I looked at all of it, but
yeah. For sure, I mean, it's too much.
Yeah.
But, last week we pretty much had a sample. If you saw what we had last week, you were out.
Yeah.
But we gave a sample of a printout. And if you looked at that, you pretty much saw how weekly and monthly lesson plans would be. You have a letter for the parents, to keep them updated and give them tips. Those are editable, so you can actually tweak it to say whatever. You also have a devotion that you give the student that after you've taught them, they can actually go home that week and have something to chew upon. And then on top of that, you can add stuff like we were doing, like Bible Jeopardy, homework, assignments. And I think personally, from what I'm seeing, we're living in a day and age where students are really students right now. Like everything has gone, like America's competing with like Singapore, and so students are really, really, really like facing their academics, in my opinion, in a stronger way than before. Before it was kind of like, you're smart or you're not. Now everyone's kind of hustling, paying attention. Studying is like the new cool thing. That was not cool when I was growing up at all.
I wish I know it's cool right now.
Definitely don't think it. Well, I mean that river of life.
Okay.
Here, like the K area. Studying is like a cool thing. Like to excel in school is like something to boast about. With us, it's like you're either super smart and so smart that you don't need to study, or you're married.
Yeah.
But there's no in between. But I like it anyway.
Yeah.
So the more you can create a class atmosphere, giving them homework, assignments, tests, I promise you, I feel like they'll perform better. I feel like you want to challenge their biblical knowledge, you want to challenge their faith or whatever, making sure they're paying attention in class and giving incentives. If you can make the classroom more like a real class, like, hey, you do school during the week, and this is your class, but also family also, but this is your class, like, on the weekends, the same way you put in time to learn math and science, we're going to put in time to learn the Word of God, except this is more fun, that's what I tell them. This is more important, and this has earthly and eternal benefits. So that's what I would recommend that you guys add in your own way to whatever the curriculum has. That makes it more, to me, practical. Mm-hmm. They'll get it if we do that. So by next week, we're going to break down the scope of the curriculum. I'm hoping, Brother Tyler, how he traveled to Dallas, everybody except for David?
Yeah, everyone was out.
Yeah, they went to Dallas.
Many people were out today.
Brenda and Miss Margaret, they're at Sister Ives' house. Today's Toby's birthday, so they're doing something for family and friends. Who else are we missing?
Dwight seems to...
No, they're going to be in children's ministry.
They're going to be...
I spoke to him. That's what I was speaking to when we were at Brother Landry's office.
Okay.
That's who called me.
Okay.
So yeah, Brother Dwight and Ms. Cassandra, they're transitioning into children's ministry. They see the need there. More so Ms. Cassandra, Brother Dwight's going to help out with that. So for the most part, it's going to be this group here. I know Pastor Phil and Ms. Margaret want to come alongside.
And Jennifer too.
Ms. Jennifer Campbell,
Yeah.
does she know about these meetings now?
I wanted to inform her, but I didn't.
That's fine.
So I mean that's totally my fault.
Last week he discussed, or just like y'all want to hear, he discussed that they had made a curriculum to teach their youth. Was it How to Hear God?
Well, first explain what's happened between Mosaic House of Prayer.
Oh, yeah. If we're not aware, Mosaic House of Prayer, the church that meets here on Sundays and has joined with us on Sundays a few times, Cassidy, Pastor Campbell, and them, there is an ongoing discussion and transition to unite the two churches. There's still two different ministries, and the ministries are going to continue functioning as is. They're a prayer ministry and have so many other things that they're called to do. But as far as Sunday gathering and Sunday worship and different ministries that happen on Sunday, I believe there's a coming together. They've been talking about it for several months, a long
Jennifer,
time.
she's the wife.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Jennifer Campbell. She's Pastor Randy's wife. So he was saying that she also had, that the ministry had developed their own curriculum on how to hear God's voice
Mm-hmm.
and how to, intercede and pray the scriptures and apply the Bible. And she wanted to introduce it. So we were thinking, hey, it can supplement this, Again, this curriculum has 52 lessons. That's if you meet literally every Sunday without fail. We're not gonna, number one, we don't meet every Sunday. Number two, even if we did, realistically, unless you spread this out to 2 years or something, you wouldn't hit those topics. But I've learned, unfortunately, in the latter part of youth ministry than in the beginning, that slow is better for the Holy Spirit. You don't have to finish a series or a message, even though you plan, you put it together, you want to hit the points and say, I started and finished. The way the Spirit works is, I already did it. So I'm on lesson 1 out of 5, and God's like, I already taught them. They got it, move on. I'm like, that's just lesson 1. We got to do lesson 2, 3, 4. He's like, no, it happened already.
Yeah.
Like whatever you thought was going to happen throughout the whole series is done already. So with the Spirit, you have to follow Him and be sensitive. It can happen in, y'all might be on lesson 1 with the Holy Spirit, and God breaks out and they understand it already. And now they're ready to move into growing or whatever. So as shepherds, you have to listen to, God. And slow is always better. God can always speed you up if you're dragging your feet. But if you run ahead sometimes, God has to do a lot more to slow you down. You might have spilled more than you needed to give. So that's one lesson I've learned. So please pray over the curriculum, take your time, and ask God what are the important lessons that we need to use. All right, Google Hangouts. If we can just open our phones real quick, or your laptop, whichever one you brought. It's very simple. It's a very simple concept. I love it. So I didn't get everybody's email. Let me do that
I
now.
have my email,
Are you using your email?
my regular email.
Well, yeah. Well, some people use a different email than Hangouts. Like I have over 10 Gmail accounts. So
Try it.
Right?
I mean, at least
You got
you
over
have-
10?
yeah, I have a Gmail account for everything I do.
Something wrong.
Because Google gives you a free suite to do seriously all my bills, utilities, that one account. Everything that's like me and Brenda's accounts, kids, it's all one account.
That's too
Do you have
much.
it all go combine all the inboxes so it all come? Or do you go and check?
No, so Google allows you to do this thing where if you go to, let me see. If you go to any Google application, you can just easily switch.
Yeah, I mean,
all my accounts are here.
She's talking about your inbox.
No, I don't. I just come here and press it.
Mm-mm.
So if I'm writing, I have a Gmail account for writing songs
Yeah.
or whatever, that everything goes to Google Drive or Google Keep.
Like that,
Now.
okay.
So, but anyway, I digress. Google Hangouts, I'm going to create a group right now. I think I have Josiah's. Let me see. Josiah's is, what's your email address? I don't know why mine says Hotmail. You gave me a Gmail one,
Yeah,
and I saved it, but it's pulling up.
it's just.
Who has Hotmail in 2019?
Thank you, my father. And
Hotmail.
this one.
Who has
I was
Hotmail?
like,
My dad.
It's expired 20 years
You
ago.
still have Yahoo? But
I still have
Listen,
But
He's a
but they
same
also
guy.
have Gmail.
He's loyal.
Pastor Randy has AOL.
Wow.
One of my coworkers.
Told you.
Hotmail is out of date?
Just
Hotmail?
yeah. 20 years ago.
But I actually have a Hotmail account for OneNote, for Microsoft OneNote.
So you got 11.
Manager mom. So it's Josiah what that you mean?
Josiah Payne 85 at gmail.com.
Did you just create that one?
That's the one I got on my phone.
Oh,
They had to create a Gmail.
wow, Josiah.
I didn't know.
I mean,
how am I
like-
supposed to know that?
Just,
People still email me.
Josiah, you
but like junk mail or like people who've had, I mean, I don't know.
You say I'm what?
You're way younger than me. You should be on that.
I'm not way younger than you.
There you are.
I'll be 34 this year.
Yeah, well, not way younger, but you younger still.
So
You know
Josiah,
what
when
I'm
say yours is what?
Wintana?
I did not know
They'll be
You
that.
on-
have a Yahoo account from what I'm seeing.
I don't use it. I have that one from ages ago, but I never check it. That's like from stuff like that I have in there that I need to transfer, but I don't use it.
I used to have a Hotmail like 20 years ago. Sorry.
Pain, edgy.
It's still popping. It's still popping.
So I don't. Loretta is.
How do you log into
Gmail. Kika is.
Right. Did you just say how do you log into when to help your husband?
Kika, what yours?
Do you have the app?
KFAV?
What?
K-I-K what?
V.
V?
Z.
K-I-K-Z.
We'll download
2095.
2095.
Yeah. Dang, your email is complicated.
It's not. Google just don't like my name.
Dad, yours is G Fluida.
Yes.
And then there was too many things in my office in my house. I was
I
like, I'm not gonna get it.
Mom's is mfalwade@gmail.
I didn't know she had a Gmail account, to be honest.
Yeah, mom
Yeah,
mostly
Yahoo.
uses
I
Yahoo.
made one for her.
But does she check it? She only checks for Yahoo.
Yeah, she doesn't even know that she has a.
Oh,
See? Exactly.
I check my dog.
Brother Tayo. Do you have Brother Tayo's email there?
I got everything.
The Tayo Fader? I don't have it.
You type it again?
No, his email.
Hello.
Wow, I did not know that.
I can know that later. Okay, so I just started a conversation. If you have Hangouts open, I'm gonna
Should've
send
popped
this
it up.
message.
Taya Fagade is Hotmail.
Okay.
See, I'm not the only one.
I don't know.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna go there just alright.
We gonna get
I'm
the-
trying to think where you make
Who you logged in as?
Me.
Hey, Noah.
He's sweating. He's like, oh, it's hot.
Did we all get the message?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to download Google. I don't have.
Where's my handouts?
You didn't?
Miss Nicole. Who you calling?
Sorry, it was an accident. I'm about to do it again. Let me see.
That's his new. I got to that ice cream place on West Side. What's the name of it?
Email.
What's
I'm
Milk
that?
and sugar? Milk and honey? Something with milk.
Milk and honey. I thought that was
You
a
just
spa
called,
place.
right?
It was
Yeah,
an
it
accident.
is. What is, but it's something, milk and sugar.
Milk
I think that's what
and
it's called. Sugar and milk, milk and sugar.
sugar. Where is it? In West Hammer?
It's, you know what Empire Cafe is? Like, Western heading towards Montrose, Common Bond.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess depending where you're coming. If you're,
Yeah, okay.
you know what that Google is?
29.
I know where Common Bond is. I was just-
Okay, it's, like, very close to
West
Common Bond.
there.
Okay, thank you.
Then it came up.
Yeah.
You could walk there.
Milk plus sugar. Look at
Milk plus
Google.
It's so good.
I think it's stalking you.
Oh, trust me, they're listening to everything.
Like, I mean, that was the first thing that popped up, literally milk plus sugar.
Tess, you good enough?
Okay, I don't know if
It's not
I'm
even showing that
spacing.
you're adding to the 412 transition group. Press Control F5. This is man.
Mhm.
Command and R or something.
Mhm.
What are you, R? To refresh? Wow.
What is that?
Girl, you ain't got this on your phone?
I do like it.
Okay, so,
Don't know how to close this thing.
you know, let me try adding that to your actual context. And,
Wait, why don't you just do it through your app on the phone?
It's not, it should work.
Okay, let me do this, let me do this. You
He's saying that it's not showing up.
It says here, Aussie added Kika Kumalaka.
She does, but she's not adding that to the, she's not getting the message. I think she has to be able.
Let me try my phone.
No, here, let me edit.
I have to delete some stuff, it won't let me. It won't.
Yeah, WhatsApp on your phone?
I just added it.
So what's your
Yeah.
Gmail account? No.
Gmail. It's easy.
How do you create one? How do you create one?
Okay, so you can work, do a demo there?
Okay, so anyway, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on my phone.
Turn it off, or get out of it and log back in. Like log out of your account.
Did I download it for you?
Okay, I'm gonna do a test just for the sake of time. So because this is a group, whenever I dial in a video call, everyone's gonna get the call. And just like a conference call, you can answer it. And as soon as you do, we're all logged in, so let's demonstrate.
Man, this is about to be loud and echoey.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to call.
Wow.
Hi!
Oh my God, back up.
Did you just call?
Yes.
I don't, okay, so do I have to have Hangouts open to be able to, because
No, you
nothing,
should've-
nothing is happening yet.
You shouldn't, all you Apple users can't
Oh,
help
look at all
you.
the Apple people on.
I'm fine.
Correct.
I can see ugly, Aussie and his big
Okay,
head.
so you can, what is the J?
Okay, let me just open Hangouts.
I'm gonna go with bias.
It should have just popped it open.
Yeah,
It should have showed me there was an
ongoing
incoming
call,
call.
oh.
So can you join
Looks
the
like-
online call?
Looks like it was already open because I see ongoing call.
So tap the ongoing call.
Uh-huh. I see hi from Aussie 4 minutes ago.
Let me see.
Missed
So,
call.
but it didn't pull it up to say that he was calling you?
No, okay, let me.
I reset your phone. I guess I gotta try to be that one.
Sorry.
Okay, call again.
You can just join it. Where's your hand?
Oh, that
So he joined, so there's 3 people on.
was Aussie.
And whoever's talking should, go ahead and take
That's wrong
care
with your phone.
Let's turn my volume down, maybe to halfway. Everybody, team volume down halfway. Still
All
on?
the way down.
See if I find out.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Email address.
Hey, the family can be using this.
But there's
You think
WhatsApp.
we
group.
want to talk to each other like that?
Still doing the same thing.
Still? Let's try to switch out accounts.
Oh, you kicked it on?
Josiah, you able to join?
Your name?
Should just use your email address.
Your name?
Hold on, I'm gonna stop it.
Try just all together. Hello.
Oh, your internal storage is gone. Went to a while. You don't have SD card? That's probably why. Look, you got 63 out of 64 gigs.
That's good.
So you can.
Is
But why does it
using
require,
advanced pictures?
why does it require
Pictures.
space to be able to,
On memory?
yeah, to be able to do a hangout.
She can't even download the app. She has like.
Oh, you don't have the
2
app.
meg.
Oh, yeah.
What about you? If you get the app, it should just.
You don't have any online cloud storage space?
Yeah.
I
Let
thought
me see.
Apple, you guys
Oh,
have.
you want?
I don't have Amazon.
Yeah, just add it on. You gotta give it permission though.
Samsung.
Oh.
I need it.
Can't you back up some of the photos to your Google account?
Yeah, that's what I started doing, but I'm not, I deleted some apps that I'm not using.
There we go.
Okay,
So we got Josiah. My stuff happened to the right one. There she is. Who's this other person? That guy on the side. All right, why didn't you your camera?
It's on pause because I'm reading. I was waiting on y'all.
So you get another Gmail account again?
He's gonna call home.
I can see Josiah. Again,
Okay.
well, I can see him, but I can't see.
Yeah, I thought I downloaded the app.
So what you'll notice is that whoever is talking will come to the front or the top,
Okay.
kind of like a conference call, and
Mine isn't. I see that.
at the top,
Oh, where?
maybe it's probably picking up a lot of the.
Just like they did, wasn't it?
No.
This is so weird. Okay, what's your phone kicking?
Oh, where's my phone? Maybe it's because I'm hotspotting.
No, it shouldn't have anything to do with it.
Tell
There's
you.
something super fishy about this Epstein thing. It just doesn't smell right.
Can y'all maybe put your volume like halfway? Because
No?
the volume, turn your volume down to like halfway. It's gonna cost, since we're all in the same room, it's supposed to be. Is it, you got it? Got a lot of apps.
Yeah, because I use it for
Hang on.
Computer.
Didn't that work?
Oh, there we go. Go back to the app. These 3 lines. Invitation. Well, I already joined it, I should see it. Maybe just go ahead and I should be right there.
Oh.
Is he calling yet?
Yeah, hotspotted.
Is he calling yet?
Yeah, he likes scooting, crawling, you know.
What to do? Did it work?
It's still downloading. Still slow. Okay.
So because we're in the same room, like try to take the volume to halfway again, so it doesn't
Take
feedback
it off the
too much.
speaker.
Yeah.
It's on speaker.
I can see Aussie. Yep.
Yes. Just yes. Everything. Say right, so that's Google.
I hate
Is this Hangouts?
it. Is it? Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that's
Google is like when you sign your life away.
People
Can we
like,
access your blood type?
exactly. People like, oh, why they being? I'm like, it's free. You get all this free service. You think it's free? I've been getting surveys. Were you just at Home Depot?
It's like, how you
What did you purchase? Do you have a
Are
receipt?
you 6?
You don't have
Yeah,
points
so
for
even
it.
join? Like, can I leave and then join?
What do you mean?
Okay.
It's phone call.
Yeah.
Wow. Hobo is sitting already.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So now you have to go back.
Okay, am I in?
How many months is it?
8.
Wow.
What?
I guess I have to say yes to everything. All right, I'm on.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, for sure.
Check.
That is so cool.
Hold on. Let me see what's up.
Definitely not an Apple thing.
My son would do.
It is a hotspot thing.
Why are you using a hotspot? Why should you just see it on River Online? River.
You know what she said about she means Wi-Fi. She's on Wi-Fi.
No. I'm hotspotting my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you
Want
use
you
it?
to-
I don't know the Wi-Fi like that.
You should ask somebody.
When I try to tell you, you said he need Wi-Fi.
Because I
I'm
saw
not old.
Alright. Where we going? Where we
What are you
going?
trying to do?
Why
What are you
not?
trying to think of this?
I gotta figure out a name.
You doing it?
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Yes, somehow you know how to work it.
I don't know what I'm confused. It was professional of me, like, I didn't know.
Pay Financial.
Just write them down. Let's think.
What's the Wi-Fi? Where's Wi-Fi? There we go. Join the video call.
Okay, when I do that, I'm looking at
I
the
told you it was just a hotspot.
Alright, no, let's go.
It was.
Alright, so Kika's on. Winter's on. Josiah's on. So we need to get the title set up and then we're good to go. So this was a form of meeting for us because, you know, it wasn't feasible to meet in one location. It was easy to set a time once a week to say, hey, this is what we're going over tomorrow. So-and-so's teaching. This is what we have. You know, whether it's birthdays, announcements, whatever it is, the monthly outing. You're hearing all the feedback because we're in the same room again. When you're at home, it's not going to sound like
I don't hear
this.
anything on my phone.
Okay, so then, how do you make a call?
Oh, sorry.
You go to the group
It's okay. Sit. Sorry. That's
and
fine.
you,
Okay, why don't you let's do this?
Stay.
Why don't you let's experiment, let's all get out
Hey,
and
I
then,
said stay.
let's Josiah call,
Sorry.
let
What?
Josiah call
okay.
the
Down.
meeting, and then after that, he gets out, let me call the meeting, just to be sure that we're all on the same page.
Okay, everybody in the call? The red button?
With the red button?
The
Yes,
green one?
the red.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
The red one.
Yes, I see.
Red stands for hang up.
Deemed.
Is it
Blood of
something?
Jesus.
Oh,
So deep.
Okay, done.
So we should all see the 412 transition group, right?
Yes.
Okay, so anyone from the group can start a call.
Okay, but my question is this, does my Hangouts does it have to be open for me to be able to receive the call?
It should, but I don't have an iPhone. I don't know if you still need to go in and say, hey, notifications
Because
are
he didn't
on.
get a call. He just had to join the call. I got a call.
So the beautiful thing, that one of the things we're going to touch on is Google
Yes,
Calendar.
yay.
First of all, you need to set the appointment. So
Okay.
it's not like someone's going to randomly, it shouldn't be random. You shouldn't just be getting a hangout call and all of a sudden you're in a youth meeting. It
Okay,
should be planned anyway.
okay.
So if we say Saturdays at 8:30, Saturdays at 9 p.m., so-and-so can't make it because of a wedding, whatever, but we're going to meet at 9:30, then a Google Calendar notification is what I was saying.
Huh?
You have to turn your notification.
Oh, my notification?
Yeah.
Or if standard is off.
Yeah.
It's off by default.
Where?
I put mine on.
Wow, Apple.
I like mine.
Turn
No,
off
my
the
notification is
Google
on though.
notifications.
You have Apple?
No.
When you
That's all
have?
planning them. Google
Yes, you do.
Pixel.
The office gave you one.
I don't have an Apple phone.
What phone is it?
That's a Pixel.
Was it off?
Google Pixel.
Okay.
If it's not Samsung, you're struggling, I'm sorry.
No, I ain't struggling.
Struggling.
I'm not struggling.
The interface on this phone is so smart and
Can you
intelligent.
So is mine.
Yeah.
Video call from Kika
I mean,
Komalafe.
I
That's
call
stuck,
now.
that's stuck Android.
I am calling.
Yeah, I know, it's
That's
not
all it is.
Android.
You're calling?
Okay, so mine is coming in. Do you have a call coming in?
Yeah.
All right, so let's answer.
Alright, you have no call?
What's up, Kikes? What up? That was so good.
Oh,
Wow.
it is like.
Hey, Noah.
That's it.
But it only shows the person's face who's talking.
So you didn't get it.
I don't know what it's.
Oh, maybe we should call.
He says that it tries to switch between who talks.
Yeah.
Can we exit out one more time, sir?
I don't know how to start a call.
You just press that green
Oh,
button.
Just get out.
I want to see the settings.
This one?
Video?
Yeah, hang out.
I want to put the settings.
Okay.
Oh, I use the like the video to do on.
No.
Join me in.
Oh, everybody didn't hang up.
No. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, hang up, please. Hang up, hang up, hang up. Answer on that screen. Allow calls.
Two more people are still there.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Did you hang up?
Yeah.
Oh, incoming call ring was up.
Oh, the ring was off.
Okay. Yours only allows you to do either answer on lock screen or incoming call ring, so now it should work. I don't know why. Okay, someone call again, Josiah? So just go on. And everyone should get a call this time. Huh? What's that? Yeah, I'll do it.
Wait, it says unknown call.
Yeah.
Okay, that means everyone didn't hang up.
That's the food is on.
I'm still on.
Yeah.
So click on ongoing call and hang up.
How about now? I should be out.
Still ongoing call.
Is that me?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not even open.
Does it still show ongoing call?
I haven't.
Okay, it's done now.
We go? Okay, go ahead, go for it.
The video call?
Yeah.
It's gonna test your Google skills.
Okay. I feel like an old man. About all this stuff. Is it going?
Yeah, so because I'm in the app, it's not ringing.
Yeah.
But I see it ongoing. Oh, there we go.
I got it.
There we go. Is this ringing now then? No?
Whose phone is that?
Mine?
Why's your phone vibrate?
It vibrates.
Did anybody else receive a call apart from me?
Well, look, match your settings with his.
Here you go.
Good girl. No, staying there. Good girl.
Okay, so long story short, it's very easy to do this out of your home. Everyone has busy weeks or whatever. Just plan to meet 15 minutes on the day before, so that when y'all get there on Sunday, it's not like y'all get there for the first time. Just kind of go over what's going to happen. And even other meetings, planning meetings, if y'all want to go to a camp, if y'all want to do an outing, it's good to plan a Google Hangout ahead of time. So we're going to move on. I think we spent a lot of time on this. So we can all hang out for me.
Then the calendar.
Yeah, I'm going to that. That's next. Can you go to the next slide, please?
The next. Oh, sorry.
So Google Calendar, this is also something we need to use, or Samsung Calendar, whatever you use. If you have not already, can we please go to our email application and add the Youth Ministries email account?
For a Google account, that I definitely don't have.
Can I go to the next slide there?
You just had it on your calendar, or you added it on the actual?
Which one?
This
That?
one, yeah, this one.
Oh, you just put it when unlocked, please.
So this is all lowercase, sorry, the font has it in caps, but this needs to be the email right here. So go to Gmail real quick, or whichever you use email, in your iPhone email, add pastor412@gmail, and the password is lowercase, the standard
Okay, can you
412.
help me?
Did you get them?
Oh, I log into that account? Okay.
Everybody, yeah.
Okay, got it.
The parents.
Will you stop calling me?
Sorry, it just test his
Oh, the reason I put vibrate on it because I
Oh,
had
I
the Ring
used
app.
to.
And so when I had it on silent, I wasn't getting any notifications.
Oh, the
Still
ring.
not
But if I
coming?
had it on, Ring is too loud.
Well, I would
Is
know
this all
about the
uppercase?
meeting and then I can always just open it up and then click on ongoing.
Uncle, why do you have 70 billion notifications?
Oh, that must be new.
Hey, wrong password.
7 billion.
Password 412@gmail.
Well, if you put it in the Gmail app, don't put that Gmail, just put password 412. But I think Apple has to use the Gmail. But if you have the Gmail app, you shouldn't have to put the Gmail part.
It shouldn't matter. It's telling me wrong password.
The standard was lowercase.
Oh,
Who got a lowercase?
I know, I just said that though. The
Oh,
font,
I
the font
didn't
wouldn't
hear
let me put it lowercase, so that's all lowercase.
oh.
THESTANDARD 412, all lowercase.
Okay. Now it's working.
Now, honestly, on your phones, you can turn the Gmail alerts off for that account. It's not like it's a high traffic Gmail account. You only log in to gain access to other Google apps.
Oh, so that's pretty cool. I like Gmail.
You know you got more
Keep it going.
Yeah, you can just,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you can just click on which one without
Yeah.
having to log in again.
Technology's
Welcome.
Is it that guy?
yes. Well,
But then the calendar on here should be.
yeah, developers Google.
This one?
Yeah, but you also need you have the Gmail app here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so download it, but first and foremost, you also need to download. You need to add this to the
What are you doing?
phone. In the
To the
so
phone.
download this. Is it, how do
You
you
wanna move that though?
how do you do it?
You wanna move?
Wow, it's so complicated.
That's it. You just were not, you're clicking, hey, you just don't have the right thumb.
Okay, so you need to download Google Calendar if you don't have it. Go ahead and download it, but go to the
That's
Gmail app.
not all the stuff I needed done, okay.
What is that?
Yeah, go to your Gmail app
Yeah.
and then
Go
add
back
an
to
account.
that. What's that?
Hey, what you looking?
Again, if I were you, I would, sometimes we do get, junk mail into Pastor Forward, like people who give them YouTube, discounts or whatever, for Laser Quest or whatever. I don't know if they're still open. But, you can mute the notifications for this account. You're just logging in to have access to the other Google apps.
Okay, will you text us the password?
Yeah,
It's lowercase.
yeah, sorry, the font won't let me, should have changed it. So now that you have this, when you go to Google
Ready?
Calendar, where is it?
Just type in calendar. There. There. Uh-huh.
Okay, so now when you go here,
Uh-huh. It's, okay. Go, okay.
okay. So now,
Sorry guys, this is that we're doing, it may take time now, but it will save a lot of time.
in the future.
Oh, yes, on the long run, so.
Okay, so now that you have Google Calendar, are we familiar with how Google Calendar works as far as creating the new appointments?
That's the one that I definitely don't use.
Okay, it's very simple. The only thing I want to add to what we already might do, like doctor's appointments and stuff, in this case, whenever you set up a Google Calendar event, you need to invite everyone else. So what I probably need to do is create a group in my contacts. Because when you invite other people, it goes to their calendar. It sends an email and
Yeah.
allows them to add it. You see what I'm saying? But don't use Pastor 412 to add them. Use a personal email.
Use
Like
a-
the emails you just use for Hangouts.
Uh-huh.
That's the email you
PK,
need to use.
birthday is September the 20th. Google just told me.
What a creep.
That's like no etched into the 412. You're part of the database.
I've never received a present.
And I have a
Oh, well, you supposed to be president of church?
And I have a seat.
Huh?
I haven't got a president of any church I went to.
No.
Pablo Ariola.
Someone he's part of youth at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
So it just puts like all.
I must go to.
I did, I did, man.
Can I update and
Stick
refresh?
it there, stick it there,
Read
then
it.
bring it here. Don't
Hold
give
in.
it.
Oh.
And then-
You don't care about your
take
rating?
it, You know, like
Huh?
when it.
No, I think I'm still in it.
So what are you gonna refresh?
What?
It was like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take them off, it's fine. Groups.
What is this?
Are you doing things that we need to know how to do,
Oh, that's
or
calendar.
the time is just not there, you know, right now?
I would say, I would love to sit down, this is not important.
I'm gonna try
I'm
and
creating a
do
group
this.
so that whenever you create a calendar event,
Okay.
rather than putting everyone's email individually, Josiah, Winston, did I forget somebody?
You
You can just type the group name and it'll put everybody there.
Okay.
So
You know
here's
what,
the problem,
this is really
though.
cool. It was just on Friday night, Unreal, because she helps me to do, you know, research, you know, for my messages and stuff like that, you know. So, but she types it in Google Docs.
Okay.
So I'm always telling her to send it as a Microsoft Word file. So she came in Friday night and said, okay, let me show you how Google Docs works. So she took me and,
Oh, Google is amazing.
yeah. And,
Okay, so here's the problem though. For me to be able to invite them to a calendar invite, or whatever, I
Do
need,
412.
so I send it to the 412 group.
No, you use the Google Calendar as 412.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
from there you send it up. Winter, make
Great.
your email one more time.
Okay, Wintana
Uh-huh.
How are you
Pain.
making my
at
birthday?
Gmail. That's it.
Oh, it's pulling up everything.
You sound good.
See, I had y'all saved in my personal, but I don't think I had y'all
Don't
saved.
get in trouble. I'll see.
Yeah.
This is where I'm gonna need some help
Can you hold it? Make it simple.
because it's pulling up in my calendar, showing everything, like El Fluide, pastor, whatever.
yeah. Then
So-
No.
whichever one.
So for your calendar, take it off, so you don't see nothing, unless you want to see it, you know. So a calendar is gonna show as many things from as many accounts as you allow it.
Yeah, I know.
If you wanna see it, like, y'all decide y'all
I'm
wanna
not talking
start.
about seeing it, I'm saying that if I want to create an event or create
You
a,
always have to, when you create a video, you always have to look at who you created it as.
okay, hold on.
So when you go to tap the new event, it's gonna show you what account you created an event from. And you can tap that and change it. Josiah, let me get your email one more time.
Josiah Payne 85.
I see it.
At Gmail.
Yeah.
Why does it have events, pastor 412, and then family? Is there two different ones? There's a,
I think it has family as, his email and birthday.
so it's always events.
Yeah, you can delete that. I don't know what that is, maybe it's subgroup or something. And then Reverend Blue. It's your Reverend.
Now I see it. You're still at Gmail though? I mean Yahoo?
Who? No, use the Gmail one.
Okay, so now,
So use the G Food.
But it's not pulling up hers.
I'm adding them right now. They're not contacts. They're contacts under Aussie John Israel on my phone. So every phone's contact here, I'm putting them right now.
oh,
Gotcha.
wow. So I see Kike's
I
birthday is
see
on
Josiah.
the 20th. Catherine
Winter.
Judge's birthday is on
Cola's
the
birthday.
28th. Scholar's birthday is, so is that showing up under Pastor 412?
Yeah,
Oh,
those are
okay.
students' birthdays.
Okay, okay.
Which I think is good. You know, I had an Excel spreadsheet. I'll probably bring it next week to just get an update. I use Google Sheets.
Sikiton's birthday.
Right.
Sherry Goodrick Lancaster. Oh, that must be me because I am seeing Cindy Yaklin, Tayo Ladijo.
Yes, mixed. If you're in the app, it's a mix.
Okay.
In the app, it's gonna show everything you allow it to show.
But that's good. But that's good.
Keeks 2095 at Gmail. And last but not least, Loretta. Is El Florida?
Yep.
Is it?
Yes.
Loretta.faluade at
No, dot.
So FYI, if y'all like to win, take advantage of different things that require your email address, with Gmail, you can use the dot. And most people, so if they're saying sign up and we'll give you a free $10 off or whatever, you can literally put a dot in between every single letter. And that system will count as a different email, but Google will count as the same. So you can use L.Faluade, LF.A, whatever.
Well, that's just a fake email.
It's not a fake email. Google, whatever email you have, Google counts dots too. So you own L.Faluade, you own LF.ALUADE,
okay.
you own LFA.LUADE. Google literally gives you the dots all the way through your email.
I didn't know that.
Okay, okay. So
Fun fact.
so it says which number do you see on your other?
29727.
I see 27297.
It's, somebody was
What'd
trying
you
to,
That was me.
it's
So what number did you
29727.
see on
It
there?
went off.
You're trying to add it?
Yeah, because the calendar's not pulling up on me.
297. I see 2. I see.
No, she has to see the number and confirm which one you're gonna press.
Okay.
I tried to find it on my phone because I can't see.
What number did you see on your phone?
97.
It could be 97. Yeah, try not sign in that. It was security.
Signing up.
But it still depicts the fact that I can't see what y'all are seeing on the calendar.
Alright, let me create a group.
Yeah, all this again.
I'm still trying to figure him out.
Who he looks like?
No, I mean,
This one he's on.
yeah. He looks quiet, but he looks
I feel like it's all in.
like he's quiet when he wants to be. Since you're smiling so much at me. Smiley boy.
Yeah, so you're saying, the title doesn't have a Gmail?
Does this suck his lower lip? Like,
It's just, I think it's teething.
okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Bella's bored. She doesn't like here.
Bella.
I'm making her stay. Hey, did I tell you you can go? Come here.
you were in trouble.
No, she wasn't in trouble. She's not in trouble. I told her to stay laying down. That's why she's not moving. She's bored.
He's smiling
Bella.
He's like, do me again, do me again, do me again.
Alright, can we all open the Google app? I think we should be good now, Loretta. So now when you add an event, try to use the name 412 Leadership. It should,
Bells, come here.
On the calendar?
yeah, go to create a new event. There should be a plus circle in the bottom right corner. If you're using the app, and it should be top. So, go to the calendar.
Stay.
I go add, oh,
That's Hangouts.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. Who's ABC now?
ABC.
You did?
I don't know, yeah.
ABC Mouse?
I have no idea.
What is that?
It's a application for learning.
Cancel ABC now. see, it's
Oh, Brenda probably used 412 to give us a reminder.
So Pastor
She can't
412 at Gmail?
Yes, but I want you to add guests to your event?
Yes.
Wait,
That's what?
go out here, right?
Yes, yes.
Wait,
What's the name?
Then
Events.
go to events.
Just type test and then put Loretta and then you.
Yeah, I
you
know. What's the name of the
Okay.
email I'm adding? You said you created.
Don't add the email. Type in 412 and I want to see if the group comes up. And guess,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
do you see 412 leadership team?
No.
Give it some time. Mine's just showing it.
Homeboy is feisty all of a sudden.
What do we do? Put what?
For
Yeah,
add
that's,
guess.
that's.
Yeah, and then add guess.
Oh.
Scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
Invite people, yeah.
So go
What one?
events,
Uh-huh.
and then
Does the
go.
group come up when you do that?
What's the name of the group, 412?
Your
Yeah.
412? Nothing comes up? It's coming up on the.
Yes, see, events.
Yeah.
For 12.
No, but when you want to add guests, I don't think it does it on the cell phone.
You said 412?
Yeah, it's weird. It's coming up here on the computer.
Okay, but not on the.
Yeah, it's not coming up.
It might on
But
the.
Kika's email is coming up now, so you can add everybody.
Because email is.
Yeah, but
You can see.
he's saying that the group thing is on.
So you don't miss
We'll put
anybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No. Oh. It's like, yeah. You
Quick
got that
question.
right.
Yeah?
Not for you, for Winter. Our babies can't drink water, right?
You can.
Now, he,
But when
okay,
they're little,
so, no.
they're not supposed to because of the.
Technically they are though. 'cause
They
water is
can, but a
important.
lot of doctors will steer away from it.
Mhm.
They can't, the real issue with little ones, like little ones drinking water is that, because their stomach is so tiny,
Mhm.
that if they drink any amount of water, it'll take away from the actual nutrition of drinking the milk. I think that's the main reason. But I started giving him a little bit of water, especially when he was like a little constipated, just like a few drops helps.
Mhm.
But doctors and stuff will tell you, no, don't give
Give them water. I thought it was because of all the things, like you have to get a certain type of water. and
But yeah,
they
if you
don't
give
have-
them like certain type, I would. Some people just like, oh, whatever.
Barely let you do that.
Yeah.
It's like they're too.
Okay, you want the bottle.
All right, so here's the thing. You can either designate someone to do it if you want to do it simple and fast, and whoever's going to do it use a computer,
Okay.
or you can just literally one by one add the guests. Josiah, Winter, Bill Flu, Kika, Loretta. But if you add it from the calendar.google.com, you simply go to create an event, same exact thing.
Okay,
By the time you add guests, and you just type in 412, the leadership team is there.
is that okay?
So everyone that's a part of the team goes there. So if you want to like assign Kika or someone to create the events, that's fine. But we don't know how to work calendars, right? Digital calendars, for the most part.
I'm learning.
Okay, it's very straightforward. I mean, the time, the day, who do you want to invite? So inviting, what that does is going to send out an email, and it's going to give them an opportunity to reply yes, no, or maybe to that event. So I'm going to send out a test one right now. What do I want to call it? Test. Events.
Would you do that with the kids as well? Just send out, invite all of them? Is there a group with all their emails too?
Not emails, just WhatsApp. So the mass text for the kids are just WhatsApp. Because yeah, either that or some kind of cell phone. They don't do email at all. Except when they had assignments back in the day, they did.
Now, so let me ask this. When I open Hangouts, I see 412 transition team, I see mom, I see Josiah, blah, blah, blah. So these are the people that I am connected with on Google Hangouts,
On your email address.
on my email.
It's not Pastor Photo, this is yours.
Okay,
So you can connect to whoever, you can add whoever from your contact list
okay.
and have your own personal hangout. But that's the one you would probably be getting messages or
Okay.
video calls from.
Okay. So to make this easier, before we go into the how, tell us the why. So Google Hangout is for hanging out.
It's for meetings.
It's for meetings, so it's called Hangout, but you know, a lot of people use it for meetings because so there's many applications that have video conference.
Okay.
Google Hangouts is just free, simple, And the layout is very good, you know, you get all the members at the bottom, whoever's talking on the top.
Okay,
You know, it works on the cell phone, it works on a laptop.
okay.
It's kind of like GoToMeeting, if you've ever used it. It's the same thing, except that might be a little bit more technical. This is simply an app. Josiah can say, hey, Kike, set an appointment next Saturday at 8:30 for everyone to get on Hangouts. 8:30 comes along, you know, everyone gets a notification. First of all, she's gonna send it out via calendar, and you're gonna get an email. And you're gonna be able to say yes. So if you say yes, your email is gonna send, she can put as many reminders as she wants to. So she can literally spam you. She can say a day before, 5 minutes before, an hour before, whatever. And you're gonna get all those emails if you say yes. It's gonna be a reminder, hey, this is coming up at 8 o'clock. And then once 8 o'clock comes on, someone starts to call, your phone should ring. If it doesn't ring in your case, huh?
Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
If it doesn't ring, you can still go on and, you know, just like a conference call, you wait for everyone to get on. And once everyone's on, you start the meeting. And that way, no one has to physically be in a place at any time. You can all see each other, talk, you know. The same thing could have been done via conference call. I just feel like conference call sometimes, if it's this many people, you know, voices can get over. Whereas, you know, in the Hangouts, you can kind of feel like I thought you control it better with I don't know.
Okay, I have seen the test event, I have already accepted. I see that we have 2 yeses and 5 waiting.
Exactly.
Why
Okay.
is it not showing that I accepted it? Can you guys see me?
I see, well, I mean, it will just say how many yeses. It doesn't say who said yes.
Okay, it's showing up on my calendar, but it's not showing. It didn't send an email.
Okay, yeah. Now yours just came through.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes these things have delays, which is fine. Let me ask myself.
Come on.
Now, you cannot start an event on a time that is already in the past, even if it is 2 minutes in the past.
I've never tried that actually.
There are some softwares that I use that does not let you, YouTube won't let you do that. You cannot set up an event for 2:45
Does it have the,
at 3. You can't.
does it have the Hangouts links?
So I think you can put, you know, the more you look into the calendar, Google's apps all work together. They all sync together. If there's a document you're supposed to be looking at this meeting, you can put that document in the calendar. It all works beautifully. I mean, the time to elaborate on that would be, maybe we'll touch on it next week. Because another thing I was gonna put that I didn't put in the slides is Google Sheets. It's like Excel,
Okay.
except it stays in Fort.
I hate that thing.
You can put it,
No, it's very good. I hated it too, but
you
I'm
can
looking
put it
to
even though it's past, like this one.
Yeah,
You can go to the past.
Yeah, you can go to the past
to the past and do what?
9 a.m.
and create a meeting.
Oh, you can? No, really? Wow, cool.
Just, no.
Even though the time has already gone? Yeah, I see that. 11, okay, so it has 11, August 11, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I see that.
You know, Google's also for documentation too. So if someone wants to just record, you know.
On this date, we recorded.
Yeah, so. Do we all have an understanding though, for the most part, of how this stuff is gonna work? So someone would need to, you know, one of the things I said 2 weeks ago was planning is crucial. These are tools to help plan. You know, a lot of times we tried to meet or get on a conference call, it wasn't convenient. Most of our meetings were like 9 p.m. Saturday, to be honest.
Okay.
It's just, and that's not a long meeting, it's just a quick calibration meeting, get everyone on the same page, what's happening tomorrow.
Can we flip that?
Yeah, it can be whenever. I'm saying for me, Brenda, Dwight, and Cassandra, most of our meetings ended up being Saturday night, even 9:30, 10 p.m. because everyone has different things they're doing, you got kids, whatever. By the time we met, it's just to say what's gonna happen tomorrow. So everyone knows their role, everyone knows what they're doing. Google Calendar will also be better if you can kind of flesh out by putting events in here, like, you know, all the Sundays are on the calendar. You can put what teachings you're gonna be talking about that week, who's gonna be leading, who's responsible for that. Wednesdays was our day where, you know, the young men reached out to the men, reached out to young men, ladies reached out to the young women to text them, see how the week was going. So there was a notification on Wednesdays that went out for everyone to say, hey, you know, reach out to the youth as many as you can, whoever got pushed in your heart, see how they're doing. But you have a very good understanding of calendar, right? Okay. So I'll say Lakika be the driver for Google Calendar. You know, she's also very good at, you know, organizing this stuff. So if we're planning something, I think she should be the driver for getting that information out to everybody. She'll do a good job of doing that. You
I
know.
think Josiah can handle the challenge.
Think so?
I'm old
He's
man.
still alive. He's still alive.
The guy is in AOL.
So we have that, we have this. Lastly, this is what we used to present on Sundays. No matter where it started, it could have been a PowerPoint that I actually made in PowerPoint. I always ended up putting in Google Slides because that way it's already saved, it's archived into the drive.
Wait, do we have a presentation, like a template or something? Or do
It's
we-
a
Wow, so
mouthful
you
of-
gotta have the slides. Like,
You don't have to- no,
you have
you
a
don't.
computer.
This is the youth ministries stuff right here.
Gotcha,
So everything is online. You can literally create the slideshow on your phone.
gotcha.
Google Slides is what I use. I actually hated it. I like PowerPoint better. But over time, I saw what it can do and how convenient it can be. And I just fell in love with it. So, you know,
You a Google lover.
I will tell you guys this
They were
though.
cool
it
pictures.
made my life
Something-
easier.
Kia Simpson, what a hater.
But Google Slides,
Something that I'm really picking up from you guys that I really would, if you guys would pray for me, I mean, because it started with, you remember that I used to use those hard notes, you know, the typed notes that I would mark out, that I would type out, and then those were preaching notes for the longest time, and then I started asking you guys to be praying for me, and now I can't even imagine that world again.
use one though, right?
I use one now, what I've seen you do, and I see you do, and you guys too most likely all do, you guys use, slides a lot.
Yes.
I have to. It helps with,
Okay.
With your talk track.
it's not like you put everything on the slides, but it goes to the next.
Yes. My dilemma is that the message is constantly changing. You understand me? It's constant, it's dynamic. I could come in Sunday morning and I have this. By the time a song is going on, I've added this, you know, by the time that's okay, or during the Sunday, it's very, very dynamic. So that for me to have slides, it's like, you know, it's like,
No, I would say don't make your messages like that. You make your messages, we're teaching here, right? So it's different, but
yeah.
I would put one thing like a scripture. I would not put my points. I prepare.
Okay,
All the preparation and all my notes may be on my tablet or my phone. But
okay,
what's projected may be just John 3:16.
Yeah,
okay,
How I want to expound on it is not up there.
Okay.
It's just for them to know to turn to the scripture.
okay,
So I've never ever preached with all my points and all my
Okay.
slides. I can't do
okay.
that. That's the truth.
Okay, so then even though you have 15 points, you could have 5 slides.
Exactly.
5 slides that have a lot in between them.
Yeah.
Of things that you do.
Yeah.
But
And you
I,
can
but I
actually
really,
move the slides around if you want to change things around.
yeah.
I mean, Google Slides
Because
is
I was looking at your slides, I'm like, man, I mean.
That's like slides, like that.
Like slides.
That was a little over me. This is simple.
No, but even this, I mean, it takes, and you see, what doing this immediately tells the people that you're dealing with is that,
Prepared.
yes, I mean, that there is preparation.
Yeah.
Now, I have preparation, but because things with me are just very, very dynamic. You know, I can, I mean,
Well, just to let you know, things have changed like me on the spot like that.
yeah. Now, when
Google
you
Slides on my phone, I can literally go to the slide, press and hold it, drag it, move it back, create a new slide, add whatever, or I can just put a note to myself in my own notes and get to a place and just pause and say what I wanted to share. But unfortunately, I learned in the latter part. That's what I meant when I said, take it slow with the Holy Spirit. You don't need to get your whole message out.
Yeah.
Whatever
That's
you get out is
something
enough.
that-
And so, flow with it. I mean, the Holy Spirit is why we're here. But it helps a lot. I mean, they take better notes when you have this up there. There's more, everyone is at John 3:16, when it's up there versus you saying it. I don't know why their attention span is so short, but we all know you have like a 2.5 second attention span, and it helps when it's up there. So I've also put videos in here if I want to show them something. I've also put images, just different things to captivate them. Just be creative. I mean, and then the Sundays where you just throw away the whole thing. Like there's no slides, there's no projector. We just put the chairs in a circle and we go around talking about stuff. So be led by the Spirit. Don't put yourself in a box, and don't put the Holy Spirit in a box.
So if I wanted to create slides,
You need to download the app,
okay,
Google Slides.
okay.
Slides and sheets.
But I do
You have to
have,
download those next.
but I do have PowerPoint.
Yeah, but the way, so if you have PowerPoint, you can upload a PowerPoint. You can upload a PowerPoint to Google Slides.
Okay.
But what's gonna happen?
It's gonna,
It's
the
gonna
way
take
it's
a font.
started, yeah. That's why I don't like
And
Google,
it's
is
connected
because
to my
it
drive.
doesn't sync well with Microsoft.
And
Well, it doesn't,
Test.
but over time it's gotten better, right? There's add-ons you can click that help it sync with PowerPoint.
Regeneration. I mean, this is something
I
else,
just
but
use it, I mean, like this
things
one.
for me.
I
Okay,
just-
like
this is my phone.
what I wanted to print this morning. If you, by the time you come back next week, because even it just grows and but I will learn.
You use Slides?
I will learn.
for work, yeah.
Yeah.
Google Slides?
And that's what a lot of schools are doing anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
They're easy, and I like, whenever I want to change stuff, like last minute, I can do it on my phone.
It's very,
And
very,
then I always
very
upload
convenient.
it to whatever we use with
To Power.
Classroom every time.
And with Google Slides, you don't have to save. Everything
No,
you
it
do is
saves
saved
automatically.
automatically. And it's stored on the cloud, so you can literally archive, like all my teachings from the past 1 year. If you go to Google Drive or Google Slides, ask Pastor 412, you can see all of them.
Yeah, and you can embed like a video in there, and then
You see, why there's a lot of hope for me is that I didn't think I would come to this place where I'm using
Technology.
OneNote because I
Oh,
mean.
OneNote is nice, yeah.
I wanted to hold the paper. I wanted to see that I typed it. Now, the foolishness of it is that you typed it, but once you print it out, you're stuck with it. But with OneNote, I mean, it's just a much easier one, and I'm sure that something will break in here too concerning the slides, because I really would love to start using slides.
Microsoft came up with a new app that's actually like insane. It's called Teams. It's based off of what Google already has, but it's just like compacted into one. You can open up apps within that app, like,
Teams.
It's like Hangouts plus all this together.
yeah.
Where in Hangouts,
You're
you
in
can now
Hangouts,
click
but now you
this,
have
and so on the
everything.
screen, you're seeing everyone, but you're also seeing the app that you're opening. You
Yeah.
can now present your slides to the whole team.
You can share your screen with somebody else,
We use
like,
it.
yeah.
How much is that?
I don't know. My office
It
has
comes
that.
with Microsoft Suite now, I think.
Yeah,
If you have
Microsoft
a subscription.
365.
Yeah. 365.
Shut it down.
I have that.
So you might have access to it already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the people that you're sharing with, do they have to have Microsoft 365?
He wants to build it for.
Yes, teams have to have a.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right, that being said, the last thing, whenever I do slides, like I said, we used to have a clicker, I still have it, but because we have a Chromebook and we're not using PowerPoint, we're online now, like she said with slides, there's an add-on I have put, I don't know if it's gonna show on that computer, but let me pull it up here. If y'all can look at the laptop, I don't know if y'all can see that.
Is that laptop connected to the school Wi-Fi?
Yes. But that Wi-Fi
It was really, really bad today. It was very, very bad today. Today was one of the worst days ever.
Really?
So you see the consumer remote? That's an add-on that we put, that allows you to use, this link right here. If you go there, yeah. It uses slides.lim.xyz so that anyone, if anyone is presenting whatever, no one needs to bring nothing. You simply show up with your phone, you go to this website, and you get the code from here.
And
that's it.
You just use.
Start
use your
remote,
phone.
and then you put this code in, and then your phone becomes a remote.
Oh, what is that?
So,
I'm taking to that.
This
It doesn't work.
technology is too much for me.
it's a lot, but it's simple. Probably.
Trust me, you and I were in the same boat, but I have learned that you can
Okay,
teach
say it
an
again,
older
'cause I'm gonna use that.
new tricks. I
How do
never
you-
thought I would move away
There's
from
an app
copy Bible. It was
at the
the
bottom.
first time I saw somebody, because the first thing
And
was,
then
was laptops.
He's already added it.
You know,
and it'll tell you,
I mean before the tablet.
That's a
First time
separate
I saw
app.
somebody,
You got on?
Yeah.
show up with
And
a
it's called-
tablet.
The
with,
remotes for
with a
slides.
laptop.
But it's already in.
Each
So this is this actually laptop for the ministry.
It's already in there.
And had
And
the
then I'll try to
laptop
Then you
on.
have then you have an ID
So-
that pops up.
I said, what in the
Then you have
And
it.
so I have a bookmark, so when you go
It's
there,
too big to
literally
hold
you go
now.
there.
Yeah, I was so mad.
That's super cool.
But
I like that.
show
Now,
that.
I mean, then I started,
Six.
then, of course,
Zero
I
nine.
am a reader, and I have
And then-
10,005 books.
And then,
The first person who first mentioned digital books
Okay,
to
next
me
slide, previous slide.
was
That's all it does?
Debo.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
remember
no, that's
Debo
good.
book list. So
I like
when he
that.
said, I was like, listen, I like to mark.
So every time there's a speaker,
I
or
like to
speaker, whatever,
notes.
Yeah.
I simply need to bring the cell phone.
You can
There was
do
no-
the same here.
I like that.
I said, well, I don't know about that.
All right.
But now, I think I use Adobe
Is there
Acrobat
anything
Reader,
we could do? 'Cause I
and you
don't
can
remember
underline,
what's
you
there
can
before.
circle. In fact, you know, it's, and I can send it to you, and it is
She's
better.
in the back
It's
with
just
the.
10,000 times better. I cannot lose it. Meanwhile, there are many Bibles that are
Awesome Bibles.
marked
Oh, yeah.
that are gone.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, so it's just there. But at the time I fought this stuff, you know. I mean, I can imagine when the first guy who showed up with the Bible, when guys have been, reading from scrolls.
Yeah, really.
And then suddenly this guy shows up with this big thing, and everybody's like, what is that? He says, it's the Bible. And instead of just Jeremiah here and Isaiah here, this one has everything.
Oh, yeah.
And they say, dude, you have backslidden.
So thank you so much for your patience. The only thing I want to say by next week, please, if we can just kind of find a way. School starts this week. Lesson 1 from the curriculum is, is building a foundation, and I forget the title. But I want to say if we can plan to have a meeting this Saturday. This Saturday, to have a hangout meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
Any time is fine with me. I'll work around it. But we don't have that much time to decide what time works for us. You said morning works better for you?
We can, I have the financial class on Saturday.
Okay, so 12.
12.
So evening would be better for you, because even afternoon you want to go rest. And,
The 9 p.m. works fine for me.
That's assuming y'all ain't got nothing to do on a Saturday.
I know.
What's wrong with you?
Are you free Saturday?
Let me check.
Are y'all free Saturday evening?
Yeah.
9 p.m. Because he likes to go.
Earlier.
Wow. That's amazing. Many kids will be like, no.
Oh, no.
What's he doing?
He's always trying to pull hair.
Don't pull. Just leave your hand like this.
But see, dogs do know that this is a child. I mean, it's amazing how they're able to quickly figure out that this one is a child.
They're just like me.
All right, so what time can we meet that works this Saturday?
Anytime in the evening is good.
I need
Can
to-
we do early evening, like 6 or something?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, I'm good.
Just
Yeah,
for
6
this
o'clock is
Saturday.
fine.
Huh?
Just for this Saturday.
Let us just head into the movies or something.
Right, I'm just saying,
And
I'm
this
saying
is,
that.
mind you, this is not a long meeting. It could even be 10:30 p.m. This is a meeting, it's a brief meeting that says, hey, this is what's coming up, this is what we have. So for me, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to do things a certain way. One of the things that we do that was part of, our yearly thing is picking leaders from among students. Like I told y'all, splitting up the teams. And this year that was going to be Coin and Echoman to be leaders. But we don't have to go that route either. We can, but everyone needs to kind of chip in what you feel works because school
My
has started.
my take is before we change anything, let's just ride it.
Whatever it is.
It is, yes.
Okay.
And
Is
then,
Bella back there?
and then after.
No, she's here.
Oh, she's,
Then after riding it, then we can, we need to just, we
Okay.
need to just ride the horse the way it is dressed.
Okay.
Or the way it is saddled
Okay.
right now.
So then, I know over time you'll see different skills, who has this, who has that. But next Sunday we'll need to be addressing the fact that school's in session, addressing what we're going to be going over for this school year, appointing the leaders. Now we do a draft. After you pick the leaders choose their team. So it's like a
Okay.
draft. And
Okay,
they're picking the team because they know that this is a matter of points, it's a matter of winning.
okay.
So it's a little draft happening, right?
So the first round pick,
First round picks, like all the way to, I think, what, 20 rounds?
we can't speak loud, that's not good.
Well, you get picked last because you don't pay attention in class. I mean,
Wow.
and by God's grace, it's never been, no one's been offended by it or felt like, oh, got picked, I don't want to be part of this youth ministry.
Yeah.
It's always been like, man, you know why you got picked last. If they pick you last, I mean, you know why. You don't be doing your homework, you don't be doing your memory verses. So, we can go ahead and do that. Again, one of the things we do is give them a Bible topic. This is random. It has nothing to do with what we're teaching. It's just for them to go and spend time with the Bible. And over the year, so like you may say, read the book of 1 John. That has nothing to do with what we taught. That's just an extra biblical assignment for them to cover so that they can be familiar with the Word of God. And next week, we're going to have a Bible Jeopardy game on 1 John.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And you're not going to do well on in it unless you've actually read. So you can do things like, just Esther chapter 10, the book of John chapter 4 and 5, and then the following week testimony, That's what we've been doing. But I hate when people kind of create their own system. It's hard for other people to come into that system. It's like, that's why I'm trying to tear it all down and say, let's build something new. But teams and competitive, I can say for sure those have been things that have worked consistently, that may still help.
Bella, come here.
So we'll go over this on
Bella, come
Saturday.
here.
What time works, you said? What?
Yeah.
Early Saturday evening?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
So can you create a calendar?
Thank you. Good girl.
Sorry for taking your time, but we are set up now on our cell phones and laptops. If you are set up on your cell phone in Hangouts, I think it should work on your laptop. You go to hangouts.google.com, just sign into your Gmail, your personal Gmail account, and it should work the same way.
Guys, if you get something from me during the week or before the day is over, it's just me trying to
Playing around with
Yeah.
things.
So if your Hangout starts ringing while you're at work,
play with. I mean, I have been very, very, I learned from number one, reading digital books that I can adapt. That I also learned from.
That's still hard to do.
Huh? Oh,
I read
no,
I can read digital books, but it doesn't
You
stick
can do it
like when I
on-
read a physical
Oh,
book.
for me, it's even better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the screen. When I read my Bible, physical Bible,
Yeah.
I get deeper revelations, deeper, way deeper. I don't know why. And it sticks. Like the memory, I don't even have to read it again. When I do it on
The
the
only
Also
thing,
And that Rocco.
Well, she's on,
The only thing that I miss is that when I used to have this, I really didn't, and this is what, I really didn't need to know the exact chapter and the exact verse.
Yeah.
I just know
You go
it
to
is,
the area.
it is on the left hand side to the top.
Yeah.
But now with this, it's helped me though. It's helped me to really, instead of just having like a vague idea of where the passage is, now I know it, you know. So it's been really good for me.
Yeah, that one's
So you don't
that one's
use
kind
your-
of because I
So
lost
That
my-
Bible
when
like
she
that
sets up the
anymore?
meeting, is that it?
To be honest, I've not used the Bible
Okay.
like
Do we
this
need to close in prayer?
more than
You sure?
except when we go to the Christmas.
Are we ready? Do you need help to put it back in chairs?
Just on the iPad?
no, I still
Yeah,
I'll do it.
You sure?
Oh wow!
Okay.
But I mean,
Hey, Bella,
you have to.
you know you're not
listen,
supposed to be doing that.
I was really bad. I mean, I couldn't
Let's go.
even imagine.
Anthony's
But
hungry.
today, as I'm
Are you
reading,
gonna come over here or
reading
you're
on
not gonna
this,
make it?
I pick up the passage immediately. I can check. I can immediately check 12
Alright, I'll see you
different
guys later.
translations.
Yeah.
Immediately, I can check Greek, Hebrew. I can.
Yeah,
I
you be
mean,
reading some weird translations because I don't even know what they are when I see that because it shows you on Bible verse whenever somebody highlights something.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, he's just reading some weird translations.
But
I'll see y'all later. Dad, I'll see you later.
Okay, okay.
Bella,
That is
what are you
possible
doing?
Because
With my
now,
hand. Wait,
Well,
something?
Anyone else that needs to add?
For the title.
Sure.
So, right?
Bella, it's time.
Which one?
That's what I told her.
Dad, where'd you put her? Oh, it's over there.
T-O-W.
She knows that you're getting ready.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
She doesn't want to go.
She ain't got no kids.
Yeah.
You can see her hiding under the table and stuff.
She'll run over here. Bells, come on, let's go. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Perfect for little mess.
Follow again.
No, remove that, yeah.
Even though my wife doesn't even know that email exists for her.
No, I didn't have the contact.
So how far is yours place, from their place? Did you guys GPS?
20 minutes.
Nah,
That's not bad.
no, it's not 20 minutes.
13,
Brenda said you guys will buy.
13 miles.
I sent you the address, right?
Yeah. No, you did.
I've been to your house, and I've also passed, I always pass it when I'm going to work. So if I'm going 28 north, I exit Shadow Creek something.
Parkway?
2234.
Yeah.
518.
2234 is after 518, right, or before?
Well, from
If you
your
come
place is after.
The one right after, right?
Yeah.
I get to 518 in 8 minutes.
Yeah, but you still have to go through the neighborhood, through the streets.
It's gonna take 10 more minutes?
Yeah.
So I probably may get, I'm in from the exit.
Yeah.
That's close, I mean, that's close.
Yeah, that's well.
Hold on, let me add her.
Well, really, from your house, the best way to get to
You're
us
able
is
to add
on 48.
What's that?
Oh, coming up to 512 or 521?
No, just go straight
See all
up
these
48.
numbers? What's the name of the
It
street?
gets to your, 48 is like my backyard.
Yeah.
Not my backyard, sorry, when you go up a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
County Road 48?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that turns into Almeida?